Join us as we stay at the Candy Cane Inn for the very first time and walk to Disneyland. Okay, here we are at the Candy Cane Inn. We're going to stay here for this trip for the very first time. Candy Cane Inn is located on South Harbor Boulevard, just a short 5 to 10 minute walk to Disneyland. The lobby is always stocked with fresh ice water and lemon water. It also has this nice area where you can purchase some snacks. We stayed in a 2-queen standard room with a nice comfy chair to sit in, a TV, 2 drawers, and a desk. It has a coffee pot in the room and a small fridge, very small fridge. It fit what we needed though for our short trip. That poster on the wall, the artwork was actually from the beginning when Candy Cane Inn first started. You have a nice clean bathroom. So Candy Cane Inn was closed for about 2.5 years. It didn't reopen until September 14th of 2022. They completely remodeled all of the rooms and the center section where the pools are. So it's a nice hotel. It seems brand new. You'll see that it lines up right behind California Adventures there to the left. It's right behind the Cars area. It's the first hotel you actually hit on harbor. There's Guardians of the Galaxies right in front of us, as well as the lobby. The lobby is where you will find breakfast. This was one of the freshest hotel breakfasts I've ever had at a hotel. Nice, simple, fresh fruits were there. We had some Greek yogurt. There's some oatmeal with some hot water here in the middle, as well as what I really liked about it is it doubled everything. So you saw the fresh fruit on one side, the fresh fruit was on the other side as well. Here's your cereal station with your milk and your coffee with your hot chocolate and some juices and creamers and some teas. And over here, there's a microwave, a toaster for your bread. The best thing was that ham and cheese croissant. It's so soft and so fresh. You also have some donuts, muffins, bagels, bread for toast, cream cheese, peanut butter, some jelly there. And then you'll see that it's doubled again. So you can actually have a lot of people in there at one time getting their food. Here's a waffle maker that they have out by their pool area. This is where you can use their pre-made waffle mix in the middle. You can fill up a cup, pour it into those waffle makers. Make sure you spray it first, and then you can flip it so that when it's ready, you can just take it out. Now, for breakfast, you can sit at any of these tables out here by the pool. The entire area is open. For the few days that we were here, we didn't have any problems with breakfast. We like to get up early and go to rope drop, so we'd get there pretty much when breakfast was open. And we were able to, even with people in there, get our food, sit down, have a table, enjoy our breakfast, and be ready for our park day. Now, the pool does open at 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll see in just a second on this sign. And it is a 5-foot pool. Towards the middle, there are towels down by the pool, and you can access this after breakfast using your room key. There's a spa here in the middle of the pool area. There's a lot of seating, a lot of loungers. We never swam in the pools, but they look so crystal clear and like they would be so refreshing. When we have our park days, we tend to just be at the park most of the time, unless we're coming back for a nap. But I could totally see hanging out here by the pools. Take a look at the pool rules. Yep, 7 to 11. One thing you'll note is there are no lifeguards on duty, so that is something that you will be in charge of, making sure your kids are safe in the pools. And one of my favorite parts, if we were traveling when Gabby was little, I love these little wading pools in the back. It is only 1.5 feet, so that's really nice. They also have those palm trees, some nice decoration there. What I really liked about Candy Cane Inn is how close it was, but that it also has a free trolley that you can pick up right there by the lobby. It was a nice place to stay. It was clean, it was fresh. Everything was amazing. I'm going to show you our walk to get there. So this is South Harbor Boulevard. Candy Cane Inn is to my left there, and you'll keep walking down this sidewalk here, straight down. It'll take you straight to Disneyland. There'll be a little street that you have to cross with a crosswalk, but that is just for like service vehicles and things going into the parks. You'll see hotels here as we pass. This morning they were doing some landscaping, so I have that background noise off, but not every morning. You'll notice that this morning it wasn't very crowded down here, but it's well taken care of, well manicured. It felt very safe to be walking along this path between our hotel and the park. I will say the first night we went to the throwback nights after hours, and when we were walking back it was after 1 o'clock in the morning or about then, and it was dark, but it still had some of those street lights there, and it still felt pretty safe for us. It wasn't something that made me feel uncomfortable walking. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the Candy Cane Inn that I like, it is walkable. It's kind of a long walk. It's about 1.5 miles between the park and the hotel, but they do have a free trolley service, and the trolley service will pick you up in front of the park, right in front of that security where they have those loops for the buses for the resorts in the area or the hotels in the area, and it will also pick you up by the lobby. Now, there are specific times that it does this. It doesn't do it constantly throughout the day. It was, I think, at the quarter after and at quarter to on our trip. But they have a sign in the lobby, and they have a sign on the trolley itself. Very, very lucky and caught it twice on our way back from the park. That's when we're the most tired anyways. You'll start to see on the left-hand side, Guardians was right there. California Adventures is starting. And then on the right here of the screen, you'll see some more of those hotels. We passed the Anaheim Hotel here on the right. We passed the Castle Inn over on the right. That was very close to our room. And then we just kept walking. Nice brisk walk in the morning to wake you up. It was nice that it was removed from the street a little bit. So the cars were there, they were loud, but there was that nice barrier between us. As we come up to this light here, the hotel on the right is the Grand Legacy on the corner. This will be the only street that you'll need to cross as you approach Disneyland. There's Guardians. It's kind of fun in the morning to see the rides as we were walking, to talk about our day, what we had planned. So that hotel you see on the right-hand side, that's the Grand Legacy. It's one of the closer hotels to the front entrance of the park on South Harbor. Along the way, they have little stars that you could read about people that were like famous there. They have a neat little map of Anaheim right on the ground by the crosswalk. Of course, every kid's favorite thing to do, press the crosswalk button. Now, one nice thing about the Candy Cane Inn is there are lots of different room options. We got the basic room option. They do have AAA discounts. They have Disneyland Magic Key Holder discounts and a variety of other discounts. They have the basic 2 queen bed room. They also have other offerings, some of which will have breakfast delivered to you. Some of their rooms have microwaves in them. That's that little map I was telling you about that's on the ground. Now at this point you can go right, you can go left, it doesn't really matter. We went both ways. Either way got you to the same place. It didn't really save us any time. So on the right there is the Grand Legacy. And you'll start to see a lot of hotels. There's Gabby with her snowball where's the fun fact, if you have one of those little stuffed animals like that, your kiddos could get the ornament ears that they sell in the parks, and we just cut off the little ornament loop, and it fits Snowball perfectly. We found that out last summer, 2 summers ago, so that was kind of fun. After the Grand Legacy, you'll start to see different restaurants up here, like Tony Roma's. You'll see the Best Western Anaheim Inn Plus and Suites. The Best Western that's across the street right here, Anaheim Inn Plus and Suites, also has free breakfast and is part of the Best Western rewards. So if you stay there, you can get that as well. This we're approaching right now is the loop for people that are taking ride shares or doing drop-offs. So if you have a family member that you're dropping off, this is going to be that loop on South Harbor. Or if you decide you're going to take an Uber or a Lyft, this is where you will be picked up and dropped off on your trip to Disneyland. There are a ton of hotel rooms right here, right across from Disneyland. You'll find hotel rooms. The Best Western Park Place is right across, which is different than the Anaheim Inn and Suites. You'll find Del Sol Inn, which is a smaller hotel that is tucked behind Denny's. Across the way, you'll find the Tropicana and many other hotels that are right here. The Desert Inn. There's a ton to choose from. Right here across the street. Some include free breakfast like the Best Westerns, and some don't. So like the Tropicana doesn't have free breakfast. I don't believe the Grand Legacy does either. The Del Sol, when we've stayed there before, had like your cereals and hard-boiled eggs. That might have changed post-pandemic. But as we are passing the drop-off area, you'll notice to the right is that street corner that has the Disneyland sign where those blue metal things are sticking up. That is your official entrance into the front of the Disneyland park, the security section of it, I should say. This area that we're entering here, this is where you will walk to get to security before you can enter the Disneyland area. Once you get through security, you'll have Disneyland to your right, California Adventures to your left, and straight ahead will be downtown Disney, the shopping district. If you continue walking through that, you will get to the hotels. As you enter this area, you'll see the buses and trams to your right. Now these are for the resorts in the area. To the left is your Disneyland parking for Toy Story. The Candy Cane and Trolley is a cute little bus trolley system that will pick you up at certain times. Overall, we had a great stay. The trolley was great. The breakfast was great. Everything just turned out really well. The only drawback is it was pretty far to walk in the morning. I would say that would be my one drawback.